Good morning. My name's David Adams. This morning I'd like to talk about content creation versus content consumption, or creation versus consumption. I've been reading a book lately, and I won't tell you the book, and I won't elaborate. But I think everybody's at a different place, and this book might not be right for you. Last night we had a guy from Comcast stop by. Great guy, real nice guy. Uh, Perfect for the job he's doing. I mean, came in, wasn't pushy. Perfect salesman. Because I always have him in the back of my mind, as an alternative. But he was trying to sell us Comcast. Have where we have some, television channels plus internet all in one package. And got to thinking about how much we consume, and as a family we probably consume a lot, but we've got internet, so we really didn't need any more channels. I mean, you've got about all the media you can consume just by having good internet. I talked to him about download speeds and upload speeds, and sitting there thinking, upload speed is almost as important as download speed to me, because I guess I consider myself a content creator, a creator. I'd like to think of myself more of a creator than a consumer, and I guess that's what's kind of provoked me to talk this morning. What is our ratio when it comes to consuming versus creating? Do we go home just thinking about how much we can consume, our next show or whatever it might be, our next series on TV, the show we happen to be watching, that next nicest truck or that nicest vehicle, or having the nicest stuff or whatever, which is totally fine. It's okay to have nice stuff, but I think we can live a richer life than that. God, first things he did, as far as we know, created the heavens and the earth, and the next 6 days throughout those 6 days he spent time creating things, and he made us in the midst of that. When you create something, there's always a piece of you left in that creation. There's always a piece of your personality, a piece of who you are left in that. So when you create, the idea is, I don't think you intentionally do it, but you leave a piece of you behind. One of God's biggest attributes is he's a creator. He's not a consumer. He likes to make stuff. He likes to make really cool things. And I guess I'd like to encourage you today, if you're, in my case, I do video, and I'm a storyteller, content creator, and in a lot of other people's cases, you might work in construction, you might work in a factory, you might be a lawyer, you might be a judge, and you might be a pastor. But the idea is, I think you can live a richer life perhaps by creating, or being a creator rather than a consumer so much. Giving to people, creating things, making things, using your mind to come up with ideas instead of constantly consuming things. I don't really know why I wanted to talk about this morning, but I think as a society as a whole, we've got a lot to offer. we've got more to offer than we realize. Sometimes we go home from work and it's all about, getting in the pantry and seeing how much or getting in the pantry and finding out what's for dinner, and then watching our favorite show or watching sports or whatever, when we could get out and perhaps help someone. We could get out and spread the word on someone who needs help. We could get out and construction, maybe build a wheelchair ramp or something, that is your niche, rather than it takes you from being a consumer to being a creator. And I'm not saying this is something you have to do, because it's not. You don't owe anybody anything, and nobody owes you anything. But I think you can live a richer life this way. If you look at the pattern that God established, there's a very good reason why He's a creator rather than a consumer, because He realized somewhere along the line that creating things led to a much richer existence. And I guess that's what I want to encourage you with today. I don't even know if this makes any sense, because sometimes I just get ideas in my head and they have to come out, and I'm not sure if they come out in the right way. But I think today, if I could leave you with anything, just kind of dwell on or meditate on what you can give to society, what you can create, rather than your next big break, the next time you get to sit in front of the TV, the next time you get to buy your next vehicle. And I think it'll lead to perhaps a richer life. So you guys have a good day, and I'll see if I make any more of these.